students, welcome to our English class of grade 9 unit 12. Today we are going to read a lesson or a reading text from unit 12 and that is about people and places. Are you ready dear students? Okay, be ready with your pencil, textbook and copy, okay, and turn to page number 145. Let us get started. Okay, do you see some pictures here? So, we are starting now from getting started. Okay. So, here are some places and you have to guess which place are these, where do they lie, okay, and also you have to say you have to guess how would you get there. So, do you recognize these pictures? Okay, good. These places are in Nepal. Yes, they lie in Nepal. So, which is this first picture then? Can you guess the name? Okay, yes, it is Kagbeni that lies in Mustang. And can you answer how do you get there? How can we get there? Yes, we can get there by various means, okay, but as Kathmandu city is our capital city, Kathmandu. So, in reference to Kathmandu, how to reach there? Let us talk. So, first from Kathmandu or any parts of our country, we have to reach to Pokhara by bus or plane, yes, and then from Pokhara again you have to make a travel up to Jomsom by bus or plane. Then from there you may trek to Kagbeni or you can also go by means of other vehicles like jeep. Okay. So, Kagbeni we can get to Kagbeni this way. And what is this second picture about? Yes, it is Phoksundo Lake or it is also called say Phoksundo Lake. And where does it lie? Yes, it lies in the mid-western part of our country. And how to get there? Yes, from Kathmandu airport, first of all you have to take drive to Kathmandu airport, then from there you can also go up to Pokhara. You have to reach Pokhara from road or air transportation, yes, and via Pokhara you can travel to say Phoksundo Lake. So, this way we can reach this place. And there another route also is there, because as I already told we can reach these places from various routes or tracks. Okay. So, from Baglung bus park, first of all reach Baglung bus park, and from there again make travel to Jomsom, and from there you can reach to the lake area. And the third picture, see here there is a temple and it is surrounded with snowy area, yes, and what is it? The name is already displayed there, yes, Pathibara temple that lies in Taplejung. Have you ever been to Taplejung or Pathibara temple, dear students? Okay, fine. And how to get this place? Yes, we can start our journey from Kathmandu. So, simply we can get start we can start our journey from Kathmandu up to Bhaktapur or Biratnagar, yes, and drive to Taplejung from there. Then there is a place named Kafle Pati. From there you have to make a you have to walk up to Pathibara temple. So, anyway, interesting, isn't it? Now, here are some more pictures. Okay, three pictures, the three different famous persons picture. So, can you guess who are they? Yes, they all are from Nepal still. Okay, again they are all are from Nepal. The first picture, who is he? Can you guess the name? Very good. Yes, he is Mr. Bhaktaraj Acharya. And can you say why he is famous for? Yes, he is best known for his singing ability. Yes, he is a famous singer of Nepal and also a music composer, and he has got a title also, Bhajan Shiromani. Second picture, dear students, yes, they are from sports sector, okay, and their names are Deepak Bista and Aisha Sakhe. They are couple, and then they are famous as famous athletes, taekwondo athletes, okay, and they both are gold medalists. So, for that they are famous. And the third picture, look here, here is a lady holding a book titled Hero of the Year. Yes, yes, she is Puspa Basnet, a social worker. Okay, she has especially worked for the orphans. Okay, and then she was also received the award, or she was also recognized as hero of CNN in the year of 2012. Okay, so interesting. Yes, now here we begin our pre-reading questions. From pre-reading questions, okay, there are two questions. So, look here, you can also look at your book or you can also follow my slides. Number A, how much do you love reading? What is the name of the last book you read? So, do you love reading, dear students? Do you like reading? Yes, why not? We are students and we should love reading, yes. Besides textbook, we have to read other different books which suit our interest. Okay, and can you name any book that you read last? Yes, you can remember different names. Okay, the book you have read recently, And second one, who is your favorite writer? Say something interesting about him or her. So, do you have some favorite writers? Obviously, we have many writers at international level, national level. Okay. So, you can name anybody's name here, and what is interesting about him or her. So, if I have to answer, I would answer in this way. See here, yes, I love reading. Actually, really I love reading, and the book that I have read recently is The Alchemist, a book by Paulo Coelho. So, about him we are going to discover some fact, okay, in this lesson, in today's lesson. And second question, who is your favorite writer? If I have to say my favorite writer, then I would say like this, Amar Neupane. Have you heard his name, Amar Neupane? Yes, he is from Nepal, and he is best known for his novel that is able to win Madan Puraskar. That is one of the prestigious award which is given to literary figure, okay, for their contribution to Nepali literature, and that novel's name is Seto Dharti, and in this way he is also a famous Nepali writer and a novelist. Okay. Thank you for listening attentively. Now, here we are going to really start our reading text. Okay. So, look at the picture. Who is he? Can you guess? Yes, very good. You are very smart. He is Paulo Coelho. Yes. So, today's text is about his biography. We are going to discover some fact about Paulo Coelho. Okay. Now, this is the first paragraph, dear students. You can also open your book and read silently. So, this very short, very first paragraph you have to read by yourself, okay, and try to just get the main idea, extract the main idea from there. And here are some difficult words or new vocabularies whose meanings I will give later on. Okay. So, try to get the gist. Yes, obviously, in the first paragraph, as it is a biography, it is given some information about the date of birth, place of birth of Paulo Coelho. Yes, and who is he? Yes, very good. He is a well-known Brazilian author and lyricist. Yes, lyricist, that means songwriter. Lyricist means a writer, writing of who writes songs, okay, especially. And his date of birth is, yes, 24th August 1947, and place, date of birthplace, Rio de Janeiro. Yes, that is in Brazil. It is a capital city of Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. And he what was his aim since his childhood? Do you know? Yes, it is also in the first paragraph. He had a desire to become a successful writer. Yes, writer. Anyway, his passion was in writing. He wanted to become a writer. And do you think his parents supported him, his dream? No. Yes, they did not support his aim to become a writer. Rather, they wanted his son to become a lawyer. Yes, and you know, he was sent 3 times to a mental hospital as well. Why? Because his parents might think that he might have some mental problem, because he did not choose a high level or admirable profession, yes, career according to them. Okay. So, being a lawyer, being a writer is not an admirable profession, we cannot say so, okay. But for their parents at that time, they considered lawyer as a high admirable profession than the writer. So, they sent him to a mental hospital, yes, for treatment. And even in his 20s, that means when he reached 20 and onwards, he was arrested. He was even arrested and then sent to prison for so that he would change his aim. Yes, what a sad. Yes, this is very sad to know about him, because his parents were against his decision. So, due to that pressure, family pressure, he abandoned, okay, he abandoned his dream of becoming a writer. Abandoned means gave up. He gave up his dream of becoming a writer, and then what did he do? He was forced to join a law school there, yes, and he gave up his hope also to become a writer, but it could not continue, because it was he was doing that those everything by force, not according to his internal desire. Yes. So, due to that reason, he could not continue his study in that law school. He dropped and left everything and started to live like a hippie. Do you know hippie? It means a carefree person, okay, especially who passes the life, his or her life freely without caring anything, and especially their get up is also unusual like other ordinary people. Yes, they dress unusually and especially travel different parts of the world. Okay. So, he began his life as a hippie and traveled different places like South America, North Africa, Mexico, Europe, okay, and it all happened during 1960s. So, here I reveal some new words, meaning of the new vocabularies, okay, so like dreamed, fantasized or hoped for. That means Paulo Coelho dreamed of being a writer, discouraged. So, his parents discouraged him to be a writer. Yes, adolescence, that means youth period or teenage also we can say. Yes, teenage. And tortured, mistreated. Yes, he was mistreated by his own family members. Abandoned, that means gave up, tyagnu. Yes, and hippie, a usually young person who rejects established social customs and especially by their attire, okay, dressing in unusual way and so on. Okay. Are you clear about the first paragraph? Okay. And it continues. So, he was passing his life as a hippie and all of a sudden his life was changed, okay, especially at the age of 36. When he reached 36, he made a pilgrimage, okay. Pilgrimage means it means the religious visit or religious visit, okay. Tirtha yatra in Nepali we can say tirtha yatra, religious journey. So, he made a pilgrimage to a place called Santiago de Compostela. Santiago de Compostela. So, it means this is a place name, okay, and it is also, this place is also enlisted in World Heritage Site, and here on the side you can see the picture of this place, okay, and that lies in northwest part of Spain, and he made a visit, religious visit, okay, pilgrimage, and that visit brought a sudden change in his life, fundamental change, radical change, okay. He felt like awakening, that means he woke up from a deep sleep because he was going in a wrong way, and suddenly he realized I have to do something, I have to change my life. Yes, I can do, I have the inner potentiality. So, he remembered that and then began to write. Immediately after the journey, he wrote a book, that name is Pilgrimage. You can notice here, dear students, Pilgrimage, it is italicized, and the book was written in 1987, okay. And it was the first writing, it was the first book that he wrote. Yes, and immediately after 1 year he wrote another book, The Alchemist, and I think you might have heard this, the name of this book. Yes, so he wrote very actively within 2 weeks time. Yes, he wrote this book, and this was the breakthrough. It means after the publication of this book, Paulo Coelho got worldwide popularity, or it established him as an international author. Yes, and what is The Alchemist actually? It is a novel, it is an allegorical novel, okay. So, what is allegorical? Its meaning is symbolical or representative one. It means in allegorical text, the content and the characters of the story or the text, okay, it gives another meaning, or it has some hidden or deep meaning, okay. So, it is a novel about a simple boy, shepherd boy, and to fulfill his heart's desire, to achieve his heart's desire, it means to find a treasure in Egyptian pyramid, beneath the Egyptian pyramid, it was his destination, and to reach his destination he struggles a lot. He follows a mystical trek, okay. He learned the language of the world. So, this story is given in elaborated form in this novel. So, and you know this in the beginning this book was not quite popular, or very few people knew about this book, but later on it was translated into French language, okay. And once it was translated in French language, it got popularity, and again it was translated in different other languages as well, okay. And according to Coelho, it reached, the book has sold 35 million copies. So, you can assume how much popular it was worldwide. Yes, and now it has made one record, that is, it is the most translated book in the world by any living author. Yes, most translated book. It means it is translated into many languages in the world. Clear, dear students? So, in second paragraph, there is given the information about how Paulo Coelho started or began his writing, or started his writing career. Yes, and how the Alchemist brought a radical change, or how it helped him to establish as an international author. Okay. So, allegorical. So, here are some meanings of the new vocabularies which are used in the second paragraph. Okay, dear students, you can see here radically, fundamentally or totally, yes, and pilgrimage, religious journey, awakening, that means an act of waking from sleep or arising, spot, to increase or grow very quickly within short period of time, allegorical, that means symbolic or representative, and mystical, magical, mysterious. Okay. Once another word is also there, attracted, so it means evoked, akarshit garyo, yes. Okay. Phenomenon also, and what is phenomenon? It means an observable fact or event. So, the alchemist became a world phenomenon, worldwide phenomenon, yes, you can see here worldwide phenomenon. It means ghatana or fact or event. Okay. After the publication of Alchemist and a great success, okay, he continued to publish other books as well, and especially it went at a rate of about one book every 2 years. Okay, it means within 2 years he published one book at least. Okay, and do you know, after Alchemist, what are other notable works of Paulo Coelho? Yes, it includes, you can see here, Veronica Decides to Die. In 1998 it was published, yes, and it was about the mental instability of youth, yes, and similarly another, The Devil and Miss Prime, which was published in 2000, in the year of 2000, yes. Similarly 11 Minutes in 2003. So, in this way he published other books as well. So, are you clear, dear students? Okay. Then we move to next paragraph. You can also read yourself and try to find the main theme, main idea of that paragraph. So, other notable works of Paulo Coelho are The Witch of Portobello, which was published in 2006, yes, and it is the story about a female religious leader. And next, The Winner Stands Alone, which was published in 2008, and it is about Cannes Film Festival. You might have heard this film festival's name, yes. So, it is about that. Similarly, Aleph, which was published in 2010, and it was seemingly a true tale of Coelho's journey. Okay. So, ostensibly means what? The meaning of ostensibly means seemingly, apparently, and another. So, in that Aleph, he has described about his journey which he made on Trans-Siberian Railroad, okay, and he added other more interesting things there, embroidered, yes, he embroidered the experience with his imagination. So, what is embroidered? Decorated or added something interesting there to make the story interesting. Besides them, manuscript found in Accra in 2012. So, manuscript means the books which are not published. Okay. So, in Accra 2012, that is related with the experience of a Greek wise man in Jerusalem. Yes. Similarly, another book is Adultery, which was published in 2014. It is a chronicle, that means historical record, okay, a record of historical events in an order, yes, of a journalist who has an extramarital affair. An extramarital affair means the relationship of a man with another woman, okay, or relationship out of their marriage. So, that kinds of relationship is called extramarital affair. Similarly, hippie, the next book is Hippie. So, in this paragraph, dear students, you can get, you will be familiar with different notable works or books written by Paulo Coelho. Clear? Okay. Similarly, here are other works of him, like Phrases in 1990s. There is a collection of his short excerpt, that means piece of his creation. Okay, Ovra means creation or kriti, yes. So, next, Life Selected Quotations, that was published in 2007. It is also a similar collection of excerpts like his Phrases, okay, and it is translated into English as well. Besides this, he also make a compiled selections, okay, from weekly column in the newspaper. Its name was O Globo, and it was titled Maktub, that means it is written. So, a compiled also he has made, or he created a compile also besides book. Okay. Now, in this way, because of his writings, okay, which have become worldwide popular, most of the people around the world read his books. So, due to this, he has now become the world's most widely read author. It means his books are read worldwide, okay. And due to his contribution, he is also able to receive different prestigious awards, like you can see the name of some prestigious awards here. Look here, Crystal Award, yes, and it was given by World Economic Forum. Similarly, France, another award of France, Legion d'Honneur, and many more other awards, okay. Prestigious means reputable or distinguished, that means reputable award, okay. So, in this way, his fans, he has also collected lots of fans, yes, obviously, because his books are worldwide famous. So, his fans calls his books are so inspiring and life changing. They are inspired by reading his books, his works, okay. But on the other side, he has some critics as well, yes, and they say that they blame that his books or his writings promote vague spirituality devoid of rigor. It means vague, that means not clear. The spirituality is mentioned, or he talks about God, faith on God or religious matter in a not clear way, yes. So, that blames he has got, or they blame like that. But in response of that, okay, how does he answer? He says that I am a self problem writer, I am not a self help writer. It means he does not care, he writes for himself. It means that the meaning of this phrase is that he writes for himself, he does not care what sort of criticisms he may get, yes, it is up to the reader, it is up to you. So, it is not my job. In this way, he has become a confident writer. It proves that he is a confident writer, yes. From his sayings, we can say he is a confident writer. He dismisses his naysayer, yes, naysayer means what? Critics who criticizes others' work. So, they are persons who criticizes or opposes, they are called naysayer. So, he damn cares, he dismisses their criticisms. So, he writes for himself. So, in this way, talking about the personal life of Paulo Coelho, he has been married to a woman named Cristina Oiticica, and they spend their life together. They spend half of the year in Rio de Janeiro in a country house in France, yes. And he has also established one institute which is named as Paulo Coelho Institute, which works for supporting children and elderly people. Okay, dear students, I hope you have understood or you have got a lot of information about Paulo Coelho. Now, let us move to the exercise. You can turn your book. Okay. The first one is complete the table below, use a dictionary to check the meanings, then choose the correct word to complete the sentences, and you can also change the form of these words if necessary. Okay. So, some words are given in a column of verb, they are verb, and some are given in noun and in adjective as well, and you have to change the form of the verb, form of those words. Okay. So, here the first one is embroider, it is a verb. Then what can be the noun form of this word? Can you guess? Dear students, can you guess? Okay, correct, you are correct, embroidery. Yes, embroidery is the noun of embroider. And what can be its adjective? Okay, embroidered. Yes, embroidered. Torture, next verb is torture, and its noun form torture, same, torture is the noun also, and it is a verb as well. Okay. And adjective, yes, torturous. Attract, and its noun is attraction. Yes, attract, attraction. And can you guess its adjective form? Yes, attractive. Okay. It is attractive. And now inspiring is an adjective. So, can you guess, can you write its noun and verb form? Okay, inspiration is noun and inspire is verb. Investigation, yes, now you can easily guess, investigate is a verb and investigative is an adjective. Okay, now here is another task, you have to complete these sentences using the correct form of these words, okay, the above words. So, let us try. She was an example of the followers, of our followers. So, What can be the suitable word here? Yes, inspiring, adjective, yes, inspiring example of her to her followers. It is claimed that the officers torture a man to death in a city police station. So, torture, they torture the person to death. Similarly, naturally, I embroider the tale a little to make it more interesting. So, I embroider the tale, the story, to make it more interesting. D, the company conducted its own internal into the robbery. So, what might be the correct word here? Very good, it is investigation, yes, internal investigation into the robbery. And the last one is the exhibition is huge crowds. So, which word is correct here? Attracting. Though there is attract in verb form in the above table, okay, as it is in present continuous form, after is we generally use verb form. So, we can add ing also. Still attracting is verb form. Okay. Thank you dear students for listening attentively. Now, one more exercise here. The following sentences depict some of the important events in Paulo Coelho's life. Put them in a chronological order, that means in an order, one after another, according to the sequence given in the text. Okay. So, according to the text you have to order them. So, can you will you try this? First of all, read all the sentences given here and try to rearrange them, okay, in a proper order. So, will you try? Have you done? Okay, very good. Yes, the first one is Coelho wanted to become a writer, because this sentence was in the first slide, yes, in the first paragraph. So, this is in the first position. Then what comes after this? He stayed in a mental hospital. Yes, it is also from the first paragraph. The third is he was enrolled in a law school. Yes, he was forcefully enrolled in a law school. So, it is from second paragraph. Yes. Similarly, he left school and lived the life of a hippie. So, due to the torture, okay, he left his school, he gave up his everything, dream, yeah, and then he started to live like a hippie. Yes. And after this, yes, at the age of 36, what did he do? Try to recall. Yes, he traveled, he made a pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela, and which inspired him to write a book named The Pilgrimage. Very good. Next one, after this, yes, then he wrote the allegorical novel. After the publication of The Pilgrimage, he composed another book, The Alchemist, and the second last is what? Yes, he got married to the artist. His wife is an artist, Cristina Oiticica. Yes, and the last one is Coelho established the Paulo Coelho Institute, which we read in the last paragraph. So, in this way we can reorder. Now, question answer section, answer the following questions. I hope you have understood the text well and you can answer these questions. So, let us try to answer these questions, okay, one after another. The first question is, why did Coelho's parents discourage him from becoming a writer? So, can you guess the correct answer? Why? Why did his parents discourage him from becoming a writer? Okay. Can you guess the answer? It is from the first paragraph. Can you find? Okay. It lies somewhere here. So, yes, look here, the underlined sentence, because they wanted him to become a lawyer, and you can write the answer like this. Coelho's parents discouraged him from becoming a writer because they wanted him to be a lawyer. In short, you can also write because they wanted him to be a lawyer. Only this much is also sufficient, but it is better to write in a complete sentence. Okay? It improves the habit of writing. The second question, what changed Coelho's life in a significant way? What changed? Will you remember? And it is from this paragraph. The paragraph starts from he changed his life. Okay. Can you find the answer here? Okay. Yes, that pilgrimage, that religious visit, okay, to a religious place. So, a pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela in Spain, where he experienced a spiritual awakening and felt inspired to write the book. The pilgrimage changed his life. So, in short also you can write, okay, only the pilgrimage changed his life in a significant way, it is also possible. Third question, why is the alchemist special? You can find the answer in this paragraph. It is special because it is worldwide, it has become a worldwide phenomenon, and it has sold roughly 35 million copies according to Paulo Coelho. Yes, and it is most translated book in the world by any living author. And what are the most of his books about? So, what are the specialities of his book? Yes, you can find the answer in this paragraph. Yes, they are autobiographic in nature, they deal with spirituality and faith, societal impacts on individuals and love. So, this is the answer you can write. And write two evidences that prove Coelho is an international author. So, how can we say he is an international author? You have to give two evidences. The first evidences can be, yes, large copies of his books were published, yes, and then they were translated in different languages, and another he has received different prestigious awards, and the same thing you can write here. It means many of his books are translated into different languages and best sold, and then he also received several prestigious awards. Next question, what are the criticisms of his writing? What do the critics say? Okay, they say that his books merely promote vague spirituality devoid of rigor. The same sentence also you can write. And the last question, write the names of the books which focus on Coelho's travel. So, which are the books based on his travel? Okay, the books name you can find in this paragraph. What are those? One is Hippie and another LF. Yes. So, and here is one question, which of Paulo Coelho's books would you most like to read? So, which book among, yes, we know that he wrote different books, he published different books, yes. So, among them if you have to choose, which book you would like to choose, which book you would like to read most, yes, and also give reasons for choosing that book. Okay. So, simply you can answer in your own way, but if I had to choose, I would like to read The Alchemist, and I chose this book because it has a beautiful story of a young shepherd named Santiago, yes, and he struggled a lot to get his heart's desire, okay, and it gives us a lesson that once we finalize our destination, once we think to do something, yes, once we think for doing something to achieve something, then we should not give up in spite of different obstacles, but we have to challenge, we have to tackle with those problems and difficulties in life, and one day we can get success. So, based on this theme this book was written, and I would prefer to read this book. Okay, thank you student for listening attentively. If you would like to practice more, then you can solve these questions as well, you can go through these questions as well, these are just for your further practice. Okay, and thank you this much, have a nice day, see you.